Welcome back to DS Trucks. We are going to be doing another cold pour test on our oils, and we're going to be adding this D-Low. I hope I'm saying that right. This Chevron. It's been requested to add this oil, but I want to add it because it is 15W40. I believe it's like a synthetic blend. It's CK4 is good for all diesel engines. It's got up to 50% better protection, whatever. I think it's like a synthetic blend oil. It's like $21 a gallon. So it's cheaper than the Shell Rotella. It's even cheaper than the T5. So yeah, definitely a more affordable oil. But 15W40, we're gonna get the temperatures down to like 9 degrees, and we're gonna pour it out and see if it's thicker. Now, when I originally did this test, we did the PAO Hot Shot Secret oil, we did the AMSOIL 0W40, we did the Shell Rotella 0W40. So what we're going to be doing with this second round is we're going to get to similar temperatures, and we are going to be doing some of these other oils. We got a 1550 here, we've got a 20W50 here, and we've got a 5W30. These are all small engine oils. Some of these are a little bit thicker, so maybe we'll see some kind of actual thickening. What we saw with these ones, these synthetic diesel oils, is that even in the cold temperatures, there is minimum effect on how they flow. You know, looking at this, obviously does, you know, flow better at the room temperature. Right now we're at like 65 degrees in here. They do flow better at room temperature, but they still flow pretty dang good in cold temperatures. I'm talking like at 9 degrees. It's great. I mean, it's good stuff. Even the 5W40 versus the 040, they pretty much flow well in cold temperatures. Now as far as which one to get, 040 or 540, well, either one, either 040 or 540, they're going to be close. They're still 40s. A 040 isn't thin oil. A 040 it's not really thin oil. So it's very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. So 540, 040, either one's going to be good. But one thing we're going to do interesting here is we're also going to be adding 1030. This is what Ford recommends. Factory fill. Go to the dealer. This is what they're going to give you. They're going to give you the 10W30 diesel oil. So we're going to test this oil as well as these other ones. So anyway, maybe I'll go ahead and see how they look warm before we actually warp forward to the outside test. All right, so first up, we got the Motorcraft 10W30 factory oil, Ford recommended oil. Now this is just to establish how this oil looks when it's warm. Here's just how it looks, pouring out at room temperature. Ooh, look at that. At room temperature, the 10W30 most definitely pours better than the 40. So here is the 15W40 D-Low, hopefully I'm saying that right, the Chevron. This is the cheap stuff, $20 a gallon. How does it look? It's noticed to be thicker. It's definitely darker. That's one thing I noticed right away. Like, it's dark in color. Guys, look how dark that dark spot in there. If you can see that, that dark spot is like the only non-synthetic oil that's in here. So if that means anything. All right, let's compare the warm room temperature 5W40 Hot Shot Secrets. Seems a little thicker. Seems a little bit thicker than the seems a little bit thicker than the 10W30. And let's go for some 0W40 Shell Rotella. This is room temperature, 65 degrees. Seems a little thicker than the this is 040. To me it seemed a little thicker than, to me it seemed just a little bit thicker than even the 540. It seemed that way. So let's go on to the 20W50. Now the thing about this 20W50, I'm curious to how it performs being a full synthetic AMSOIL, oil. This is hydro gear oil. Oh wow, look at that. I mean, this stuff is like beautiful. Just watching it come out, it holds such a strong film. 15 or 20W50, guys. I wonder what the cold weather does to this. That's going to be interesting. Now we have 15W50. See how that looks? Wow. Pretty similar to the 20W50. And now we have 5W30. Small engine. Interesting. Just seems a little bit thinner than the 50 weights for sure. So we're gonna go ahead and put all these oils outside, where they will sit until tomorrow at around 6 a.m. when we reach our low temperature. It is gonna hit like 9 degrees again, but these will sit out here in the cold weather. It's like 27 degrees right now, and they'll sit out here for like 15 hours or so and just get cold. And we will see how these oils pour tomorrow in the morning. See you guys at 6 a.m. All right, guys, it is the next day. These oils have been sitting out here in the freezing cold. Let's see how they pour out. So just to recap, we've got our 15W50, our 20W50, our 5W30, but we also have our 5W40, not a full synthetic oil, more of a synthetic blend, your cheap diesel oil. We have that right here. Let's go ahead and start off with that cheap diesel oil and see how it pours in this cold weather. All right, so your budget diesel oil, here we go, $20 a gallon. See how it does. Still pours a little thicker, guys, a little bit thicker, but it's not horrible. So I think if you were running this stuff, you'd be okay. Let's grab this 10W30 next. So that's still a 540, guys. So this here is your 10W30 factory oil. Let's see how it does. Still okay. It's about 9 degrees out here, guys. Still okay. It's not the end of the world. All right, let's move on to our 20W50. So this would be like hydro gear oil, like in a mower. And let's see how it does. But the thing about it, it is a AMSOIL full synthetic. So, whoa, it took a minute for that to. But at the end of the day, it still flows. It still flows. All right. 20W50. My hands are freezing out here, guys. All right, 15W50. Oh, wow, this one's thick. Oh, yeah, this one's definitely thick. This is thicker than the 20W50 for some reason. In the cold weather. I don't know why that would be. So this is still 100% synthetic. It's not as premium. Maybe this one's more premium. I'm not sure. This one has high zinc. Maybe it's a higher performance here because it pours better. All right. And just for a quick comparison, let's do the 5W40 PAO from Hot Shots. Pretty good. pretty good. Still pours pretty good. Let's see the 0W40 from AMSOIL. W40 AMSOIL. Comparable to the 540. Comparable to the 540 from Hot Shots. But anyway, guys, yeah, that's pretty much the quick little comparison. Tell me what you guys think. I'm gonna jump inside where it's warm. All right, guys, so back in the garage, and it is cold. I want to show you guys how cold it is out there. We are at 9 degrees outside, and here inside we're only at 45 because overnight it's not, I don't think it's a good idea to really keep it, you know, super warm overnight. So it's 45 degrees in here. Now when I'm in here working, I'll turn it up to 60, but yeah, pretty interesting. So I guess it goes to show, even if you had to start up like a mower, as long as you start it up and get those hydro gears warmed up for a minute, you'll probably be okay in this cold weather. Very interesting stuff. It goes to show that pretty much all these oils will have some flow under normal conditions. The Rotilla obviously flows okay at these conditions. The 1030 did okay just for startup, you know, did okay in these conditions. Even the cheaper oil, it was obviously a little thicker. Honestly, from my perception, it was a little bit thicker, but still something that is reasonable for a cold start in a 9-degree environment. So they all would work. I do still like the higher performance oils. I do like the AMSOIL and the Hot Shot Secrets even over the Shell Rotilla, but the Shell Rotilla gets the job done. I'm not super thrilled about the price on this stuff right now, being like $30 plus a gallon. Not super thrilled. You could get the T5 synthetic blend. The T5 synthetic blend is still gonna be a little bit cheaper and be probably close to the same performance, but I do notice, like, going from the 0W40 AMSOIL to the 040 Rotilla, the AMSOIL was better, most certainly better in cold weather. Most certainly was better in cold weather. But anyway, guys, that's it for this cold pour test. This is DS Trucks. My name is Sean. See you guys in the next one. Over and out.